Silver has smashed through 50 US dollars again. Oh my goodness. I think it's on to 51. Once we get over 51, we're going to talk about, is it $60 and beyond? We'll take a look at the charts with me, Joe Main. You're watching Good Morning Stackers. We'll do precious metals and other assets too, every single other thing that we do. Before we get to that, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you do get to enjoy every single thing we do here. Can you do me a favor and head over to x.com/It's Joe Main right now? Why? Well, I've got over 4,000 subscribers, a couple of quick plugs, and you just want to see me. I know you always want to see me when I do this. It's the best part of your day when I do this thing, and I get a little bit trendy on X as well. Great to see so many people enjoying the silver price. Of course, get your comments in, etc. And I go out live on X and on YouTube. Get all your comments in right now. And of course, over here, do you like giveaways? Do you like spot price auctions and lots more? Well, head over to the Silver Investor Club. You can find it in the live chat, the link, or I'll put it somewhere below. It's my private club for silver investors. Okay. Monthly, quarterly giveaways, auctions, all that stuff from $1 a month. All you need to be a member. What, $12 a year, and you can win multiple giveaways potentially as well. It's just so, and it's not really about the giveaways. It's all about the community. Okay, so join the community. At least check it out. There's a 7-day free trial, and you'll want to stay for longer. You'll hear a little bit more about it. I can't see all the comments, so I'm getting some likes, no problem, but all the comments aren't coming through. Let me just check that I'm. All the live chat is working. Give me one moment, and then we'll get to the silver price. Let me check that. Yes, that's coming through there. Now, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit better. I think I'm getting some comments now. So that's all working. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the silver price. Now I'm getting some comments. Fantastic. Maybe the notification didn't go out today. Yeah, now you're all piling in. Well, I'll do the silver price, and then we'll come back and do some comments, etc. Here is silver on the daily time frame price in USD. We are talking $50.50 US cents roughly. We are back through $50. Boy, take a look on the monthly. It's always good to zoom out. So here's where we're sitting on the monthly. I'll pop it on the logarithmic, and then we'll pop into the more minute time frame. But yeah, nice little green month so far. Not out of the woods yet, as we've been saying. Okay, so it's looking great though. I mean, look at that. Fantastic. We know where silver is going in the long term. Do you think it stops here? I mean, it could stop here, potentially stop around here and just chill out for a little bit. But do you think we stop here? Is silver done for the next decade? Is silver done for the next 20 years? No. Why? Because you've just broken out of a 45-year cup and handle formation. Do you think it goes bloop and then doot? No, that's not what it does. I mean, that's pretty damn obvious, okay? We are going to triple-digit silver eventually down the track, and, it could be sooner rather than later. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, we got a long way to go, and it's going to be an amazing journey. We're in a commodities super cycle, so it's not just silver, it's gold, it's all your commodities. It's iron ore, it's oil, it's copper, it's all of that. They go in a bit of a cyclical thing. Gold goes first, silver goes next, platinum, then you get into your industrials, and then your oil and your energy stocks. It's going to be an amazing 10 to 20 years, roughly. So come on the journey with me, and I'll keep you updated. Hit the big red subscribe button to join us. But here we are on the daily time frame, and chuck in all this stuff. So we talked about this yesterday, or we've been talking about this for ages actually. The expected resistance range, we're now coming up to it. Get off the log right there from this high, $55 roughly, this low. I think that's looks like the low now, potentially. $45.50, you got the expected resistance range. We smashed through, and yesterday in a standalone video, not a live show, I finally realized, oh yeah, hang on. When you take a look at this, the expected resistance zone, okay, as when you have a large move, whether that's large move up, large move down, you tend to retrace 1/3 to 2/3 of the move, and then by around about that time, it's going to make its decision. Do I find resistance and then continue the trend down? Because the trend is down, just so you're aware. on the daily time frame, right? Lower highs, lower lows. Now we've made the first higher high. So that's a good reversal of the trend, okay? But can it flip over here? So that's a potential, all right? So we're not out of the woods yet. We just need to see that $51 mark broken and held as support. The great news, the thing I was about to say was before, the expected resistance range right here between $49 roughly in that $51 range, so a $2 range. Look, we'd had a couple of spikes, 1, 2, 3, 4 spikes, didn't close any day in that zone. Yeah, so the first time that we close a day in that zone, that's really bullish. Oh, gee, what do you know? What are we doing? We're going to close today. I mean, we're about to... we're already open as well. So, have we already open? No, the market is closed. The market will open soon, I think. Probably while we are live, it's going to open. So we've closed the day. Fantastic. Close the day above there. That is uber bullish. Okay, we just need to get over this last little hump. That's $51 US. I am expecting some kind of resistance there. You can see we're just getting into some overbought territory on the relative strength index. You can also see we have some potential, bearish divergence playing out, and this is on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this is when coming up to a major area, and then you can see steam is just starting to run out a little bit. It's not there yet. Okay, there's nothing confirmed, but just expect some resistance there at the 51. Hopefully we just smash right through it, and that would be fantastic. As I said in the standalone video yesterday, what you would love to see, well, one of two things you need to see. You need to see this. We come out, we smash through it, hold as support, and then do that, and I will say brand new all-time coming imminently for silver. Or we do the following. It's less likely we do this at the moment. It's more likely we smash through it, but something like this, maybe test that area, whatever it is. Then when you do that and you smash through there, okay, so now you're forming a higher low. Brilliant. And then you're forming another higher high. That is absolute go time for silver, and we will make a new all-time high. I will give you a 99.99% guarantee of that. Where we get to from there, we have to talk about. Now, I did mention in the title of this video, it's something like $60 and beyond. So let's play the what if scenario. I am confident that we are going to do either that or that. Okay. Bear in mind, just in the opposite direction though, you always got to take the other side of it. You don't want to find resistance here. Okay. And you absolutely don't want this to be broken. Okay, if that doesn't act as support, then you're falling out of that blue zone there. Bad news bears, and then you say, okay, another lower leg is coming. Could it be a double bottom? Sure, no problem, but we'll talk about that. I don't think we're going to do that. Much more biased to the upside in the next couple of years. I almost want to call a brand new all-time high coming really soon, but I can't do that until it breaks that 51. So let's now talk about the $60 and beyond. So if we do the following, we break and hold through there. If we're going to make a new all-time high, what's that area that we can look at? I think it's around $60-ish, 60 to 65. If I said 60 to 70, that's a bit of a range. So that's, kind of like, Joe, you're kind of hedging your bets there. I reckon it's about 60 to 65. Okay, and I'll show you the reasons why. Number one reason, we're looking for areas of confluence. Okay, so from this recent high and low, you have a 1.618 Fibonacci sitting at $60. So that's number one. So I'll just pop that in there. That's $60. Some people, traders in particular, will go, okay, significant high, significant low, breaks through. What's the 1.618 Fibonacci? I'll take some profits at about $60. So that's number one. Let me get rid of that. Number two is something that I will do that, and I'll do that so I can keep it for later. Now, the next one is something that I know a little bit about, but I'm not an expert on, but I am following the experts, of course. As you know, I am a part of the 12-month educational course. I'm back in school, okay? And I'm in unit number 2 of 4 units, so I'm in like week number 16 or 17 or something of like a 40-week thing. And this is at masteringthemarkets.com. Amazing educators, and I'm learning so much, but I kind of take for rote a lot of what they say. So I haven't learned things like yet proper Elliott wave or Fibonacci extension, Elliott wave sort of stuff, but I've seen them do it quite a bit. And I'll give you an example of that. Now, this is on the linear scale. Now, you've got to understand what goes up must come down. Look at this. If we're talking pure sort of Elliott wave, I know a little bit about it, right? 1, 2, 3. The 3 will stop somewhere. By the way, I'll come back to that in a second, but you're going to get a 3. Now, the way you can potentially find tops of 3 waves is by doing a Fibonacci, trend-based Fibonacci extension. And my understanding of it is you take it from the low, you take it to the high of the 1, then you take it down to the low of the wave 2, and then you just move it across like this. Okay, and that is right there, roughly. Yeah, it's close enough for jazz. There. Now I'm looking at the 2.618. Now we could find, now that's 55. Why isn't that showing 55? Oh, because we got really, really close to 54. All right. So I am assuming if we get through $51 here, I think the next area that we could potentially hit up is around about that 65, 66 kind of dollar mark. So that is another point for me. So I've got that $60 mark, that 1.618 Fibonacci, and I've got that as well, that 2.618. Cool. That seems the most likely to me. And also, when I just eyeball it, when we take a look at Elliott wave structure, it does seem like the right range as well, because when you are in an excess phase, you tend to have these larger explosions, but they don't go forever. Okay, so for example, you can see something like, where are we? Kind of this thing, where are we? That's the wave 2. So you've got the wave sort of 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? And then up into this general area. That seems about right. So that's just me eyeballing it. Okay, so 2.618 extension, 1.618 extension there. So it's somewhere between $60 to $65. And when I eyeball it, it just seems about right. Anywhere between here and here before we have a larger, contracted, longer period of consolidation. Okay, so that's what you need to be aware of what is likely coming. And let me show you that. So I'll show you here. I'll go back to that was when I did the 1, 2, 3, that's the 1, 2, 3 of that move there. But when we take the macro, so you've got 1, 2, 3, pick a point. Let's just say it's somewhere in the middle. Next, you're going to get, just letting everyone know, you are likely going to get a wave 4. And that wave 4 can go for a decent period of time. Now, this is on the weekly time frame. This wave 4 can have 2 parts, will have 2 parts to it, an A, B, and a C. And this can take you out into, ignore that time frame, it can take you out into 2027. Okay, so that's probably coming. We'll have a bit of a blow off top here for the wave 3. Then we'll have some kind of wave 4. Okay, then what comes after wave 4? The final wave, the wave 5. And that's your big excess phase, which will take us out to probably the end of this decade, roughly. And that's when we'll be talking about, your triple digit silver and all that kind of stuff. I don't think we hit triple digit silver before we have a larger protracted move. Now, I am basing this on everything that I'm learning at Mastering the Markets, etc. I do trust their opinion more than my own on that. Okay, so I will go with that. That's what I'm thinking, and it's based on them. So watch out for that. Around that $60 to $65 mark, could it overshoot? Sure, but yeah, then a longer protracted move. Don't look at the exact prices and the exact timing, and then we get that final. For this particular wave, the wave 5 excess, okay? And the excess phase in precious metals, the wave 5 tends to be the largest as well. So when you're looking at stocks and equities and all that kind of stuff, the wave 3 tends to be the longest, but in precious metals, gold, silver, etc., the wave 5 seems to be usually the longest. 1, 2, 3, right? Here, 1, 2, 3. That was a massive excess. So the wave 5 is going to take you up into your triple digit for sure. Okay. And then over longer term for silver, then you'll get another, you get a protracted move. And then over the next 10, 20 years, you'll start another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. And then we'll get into, I think, really high triple digits eventually in the next 10 to 20 years. So that's what I just gave you a massive macro silver thing. Just letting you know now. Something's coming eventually where you're going to have a larger move. Okay, so just bear that in mind. If you're getting into silver for the short term, within the next couple of years, you want to see your money go absolutely crazy, be aware that that's probably going to happen, unless there's some kind of black swan event that sends silver to absolutely to the moon. But I would not suggest that you listen to all the narrative about, silver's going to the moon, it's going to be this, that, and the BRICS nations and all that stuff. Just follow price action, I think, and I think narrative is actually second to that. Okay, I think all the institutions, etc., they play by the cycle rules. Okay, and it would have to take something absolutely, completely breaking the system, which you never know, it could happen. But yeah, just watch out for that. And I think 60 to 65-ish is the next major target. So that is silver. Let's go to some quick comments, and then we'll get to, whoa, I'm a little blown out right there. All right, great to see so many people. Oh yeah, okay, I guess it's just gonna, if you've joined us live, this is my hand. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. We'll do that one. Yeah, we'll take the temperature down just a little bit. Good morning, says Fam. I'll be listening while driving this morning. No problem, Jason Razana. Jason, did you get your giveaway entry in? I'll talk about that in a second. Good evening, says this username. I'm getting used to this new username thing. It's really annoying. YouTube introduced it. They've removed the profile names. It's really frustrating. Let's see. Sean Smith, hello there. GMS says Silent Stacker. Mike Kinsella, good to see you, man. Let's fucking go. Jason says, hey, oh, yes, how is the fishing going? Kevin Hawthorne, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. We have another Florida man at the house. Bullish, I can wait a week. Yeah, exactly right. Evening Stacker says Space Miner. Space Miner. I'll send you an email. Sorry, bro. This is always happening. Mark, Florida. Another Florida man, the original Florida man. What time is it there? It is 9:50 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Chicagoland. Yes, exactly right. GMS says the Mando. Dad, good to see you. Let's see. Good morning, everyone, says Vanessa. Great to see you. My friend, let's do a quick synchronized slurp for all the people watching right now. Grab your tasty beverage. Ready? Slurp whatever you're slurping. It's the slurp heard around the world. You must do it audibly. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Great to see so many people. Yeah. What giveaway? Perfect. It's like I paid you to do that. What giveaway? I've been missing in action. This giveaway. I am giving away a 1 ounce 2020 Perth Mint silver coin for free, hence called a giveaway. Isn't that interesting how that works? Why? Because we hit over 3,000 YouTube subscribers, and we did it much quicker than I thought it would because I made a video that had 18,000 views. Now, for my little channel, I'll show you the other side of my little channel. So I had like 2,700 subscribers, and then I made this video about silver and blah, 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 and it went 18,000 views. I got over 500 new subscribers from that one video alone. So it just shot me over 3,000. It's like, oh, okay. Didn't even prepare for a silver giveaway. Took a little bit of time. And I have 3,300 followers. And yeah, so all you need to do, I did get rid of it, did I? Do you remember the old email address? Let me see if I can pop something up here. What's that going to be? No, add a sound file. No. Add a thing. Can I add something to it? GM Stackers. gmstackers@gmail.com. Send me an email. gmstackers, STACKERS, @gmail.com. In the subject line, you have to put the 2 words mouse giveaway. And then also pop in, if you can find it, pop in your username of your YouTube, because you have to be a subscriber. I understand there's going to be a few people who go, I want a free ounce of silver. I'm going to subscribe to this guy right now, send him an email and hopefully win it. And then if I don't win, I'll unsubscribe. I get it. That's a thing. But oh well, that is what it is. Yeah, so just do that. Send me an email and you'll go into the draw. I will do the draw. So this is the 2020 Lunar Mouse. okay, from the Perth Mint, 1 ounce of silver, worth a decent amount of cash now, isn't it? Now that silver's over $50, we're talking 80 something Australian dollars. That's for free. I'll send it to you for free anywhere in the world if you are the winner. So send me that email, and I'm doing the draw live on Thursday's live show at some point within the show. There's also a bunch more giveaways that I'm doing. Let me quickly tell you all about that. Here at the Silver Investor Club, okay? Silver Investor Club, I am now doing regular giveaways for members of the club. Okay, now as the membership gets larger and larger, I will do more frequent silver giveaways. We could get down to doing a giveaway every single week. Okay, at the moment we're at monthly and quarterly silver giveaways. Of course, now you don't join this community for the giveaways, but it's just a lovely little extra thing. And for $1 a month to join the club, that's the first tier. I mean, why wouldn't you for that? Stay for the community. Okay, let me just tell you about this community. There's 268 members as of right now. It's an amazing club for silver investors specifically. And come on the journey with me. It is, and everyone else here, it goes off tap. People posting all the time. We talk about spot price. You can talk about stocks. I just created the new marketplace. We haven't had any buyers or sellers post on there yet. I'm just getting ready for the time when digital ID rolls into certain social media groups and all those Facebook groups where the buy, swap, sell marketplaces, and you don't feel like giving your digital ID over. I'd highly suggest you head over to the Silver Investor Club, and again, for $1 per month, you won't even miss it. Okay, and that's plus the specials as well. So let me just show you the tiered pricing. Okay, this is what you're getting: $1 a month, $1 per month. A lively forum of like-minded silver investors learn and grow with others just like you. Okay, you get a quarterly silver bullion giveaway. So this is for the $1 a month standard members. Okay, by the way, you can try it for free, 7 days. 7 days free and $1 a month. Come on, man. So quarterly silver bullion giveaway. Once every 3 months, one of you in the standard membership will win for free, sent to you, a silver bullion something. Cool. Usually it'll be usually minimum 1 ounce silver, I'd say. I don't know if silver goes to $500. Hey, yeah, maybe we'll start doing half ounces or quarter ounces or something. But at the moment, it's 1 ounce of silver bullion giveaway every single quarter, just for $1 a month. You have 4 chances. Well, there's 4 times within that year that I'll do a silver giveaway. Okay. What else? A monthly silver bullion dealer special. So every month, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au will release a member-only exclusive special. You can't get it for the public. Okay, you have to be a member, and that'll happen once a month, and the special will last for about a week. Okay, and then of course the marketplace. You get all the stuff that I post there about silver spot price and stocks and all that other amazing stuff. Okay, 7-day free trial. Join now. Of course, if you join during the 7-day free trial and then I do the silver bullion giveaway, you're not going to be eligible for that giveaway during your 7-day free trial because, that stops the people just trying to get in to get the silver thing and then they just get out, right? Cool. Do that. That's number one. For $9 per month, this is US dollars, by the way, $9 per month, you get everything in there except you get an additional monthly silver giveaway. So 16 times in a year for premium members, there's a giveaway draw. Okay, now the more members we get and the more membership stuff is coming through to me, I'll increase that to start doing weekly giveaways if it's working out financially. Why wouldn't I? Okay, it's all about giving back to you guys. You also get a weekly silver bullion special. Okay, and one of the big kickers for being a premium member is the weekly private live stream hangouts. Now we're doing an auction over there on Friday. Can I find watch my video from the other day and it shows you the thing. Actually, let me see if I can find it. I'll come back to it. Give me a second. I'll see if I can find it. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. we'll get to the other precious metals, but I really want to biggie up this one. There we go. That's it right there. Cool, I can share that screen again. Right here. This is what's happening on the Silver Investor Club. It's a spot price auction. Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange has these 4 amazing bars. That top one is a vintage Perth Mint 50-ounce bar. Okay, I won't say they're rare as hen's teeth, but yeah, they're getting on. Okay, you don't find them all the time. 50-ounce old school, like 70s, 80s Perth Mint kind of silver. Then you've got old Johnson Matthey bars, or Matthey Garrett. They're not even Johnson Matthey, they're Matthey Garrett odd weight bars, slightly over 1 kilo. You've got a Geoman down there as well. So they're all going on the live auction starting at spot price. Obviously, the less people join the live stream, the more chance you have to pick it up at spot price, because it's only for the private premium members. Okay, and that's the weekly live stream hangout where we just talk about all things silver, and sometimes we do some auctions and all that too. Again, 7-day free trial period. You can join for 7 days and take part in the auction. I'm okay with that. It's just if we do a silver giveaway, you won't be eligible for that, again, for the obvious reasons. And lastly, if you want to pay me $590 for the year, you can become a VIP. Now, obviously, you get everything there, all the chances to win silver, all the weekly specials, the monthly specials, all that stuff. Plus, you get 4 personal, private 1-hour strategy sessions with me, talking about a topic of your choice. Generally, obviously, that's going to be about getting into precious metals stacking, or looking at your stack and going, let's strategize for the best exit strategies and all that stuff. Other investment stuff, I will talk to you, stocks, other assets as well. Let's see where you are within your journey, and I will give you some non-financial advice, help what I would do in your situation. Other stuff we can talk about, diet and lifestyle. As you know, I'm big into the carnivore lifestyle as well. We can talk about lots of different things. You get 4 personalized one-on-one things with me, one-on-one sessions, highly worth it. Okay, that is the Silver Investor Club. Did I bore you with that long enough? Let's go to let's go to gold. Geez, it's 10 a.m. already. Okay, we'll talk about Bitcoin, etc. in just a moment. Here is quickly gold on the weekly time frame. USD 4,115 US dollars. We are smashing through, just like silver. We're getting into the top end of that expected resistance zone, and that expected resistance zone is at 4,196. Call it $4,200 even. So not until after there can we say, okay, then we're looking good for a new all-time high. So similar. Again, once you come down here, you can have a 1/3 to 2/3 retracement, and some people will go, oh, it's broken here. This is amazing. We're going to the moon. And then it retraces here. It's very normal to have a retrace somewhere between here, and that can still head down. So just like silver, need to see that, or I need to see that. Then once you do that, either of those scenarios, new all-time high coming for gold ASAP. I'm also going to zoom out for a second. I'm going to show you, similarly like I talked about with the silver thing, about the wave 4 and the longer consolidation. Let me just show you this little bit of, oh, where is it? Oh, did I get rid of it? Text? Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Similar thing is likely to happen with gold as well. So somewhere between, this is looking the most likely scenario. Okay, this is on the monthly time frame. Somewhere between February to April of next year, gold will likely go to around about $5,000 plus for the wave 5 excess. Okay, if I go to the weekly, and I'll pop this up here, the wave 5 excess on the weekly time frame. Okay, let me show you that. So just like silver, we're doing that extra little splurt of the gas tank. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, so 4. This is the 4. This is the excess phase. Okay, excess phase of wave 3. Okay, so pick a point. Let's say it's about there at the 2.618, for example, at around about, what's that, 5,185 US dollars. Just picking a number. Okay, sometime within the February to April kind of time frame. What's that? That's February. Okay, sure. Then after that, an 18 to 24 month correction. A, B, C. Pick a point. Okay, and likely what happens is, and this is according to others, okay, likely what happens is you tend to retrace a very large move. When it's a wave 4, you tend to come back to the start of the, was it not the start of the wave 3? You can tend to come back to that general area there. So we could get back down to like your 34, 35 kind of 100 kind of area over 18 to 24 months. Yeah, I know that's shocking some of you, okay? But a lot of you who are getting into gold and precious metals for the first time, you're in the public participation, this thing's going to the moon phase. You're listening to a lot of people, which you should be doing. Listening to a lot of people saying, gold to the moon, blah, blah, blah. As I said, BRICS nations, this, that, and the other. Except the institutions and all that, they follow the cycle rules, as we said. And this is where you particularly as a newbie coming in, so if you're a newbie, watch out for this trap right here. This doesn't mean you should sell out of your gold and not buy gold. It's just probably know that this thing is probably happening, so you can expect it to happen, so you're not getting either trapped or you're not getting disheartened and you're not selling, okay? So if you've bought gold here, I would just suggest that, as I've been saying for a bit, don't expect to be a gajillionaire straight away. What goes up must come down, and we are going to get a larger move, okay? And according to the experts, which aren't me, but the experts like Mastering the Markets, this will likely coincide with the NASDAQ top as well. So when the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 top as well, everything's going to have a bit of a dip. So that wave 4, larger dip over 18 to 24 months roughly, will also coincide with a larger stock market dip, and that's going to just push everything down as well. So just bear in mind that's going to happen, very likely. And then what happens? Get rid of that. Pick a thing, pick a point, whatever it is. Then you get the wave 5 excess phase, right? So that's still to come over the next number of years, into going up into the 2030 kind of time. Okay, so you've still got that to go. So the point is, you can either, hey, if you want to wait until gold's back down in that $3,500, $3,600 range, you can do that. Or just because you never know, just dollar cost average. Dollar cost average as it's going up, dollar cost average as it's going down. And then, yeah, you get that longer excess phase in, by the end of the decade roughly, and then you're laughing. But just don't expect in the next couple of years, particularly come say February, April next year, don't expect it to shoot for the moon. If you're happy to hold for that 18 to 20 months, and it's just, if it's a small amount of your investment portfolio, fine, just let it go. However, if you're thinking, geez, I don't think I want to capitalize. I don't want to hold dead money. Now, it's gold. It's been money for thousands of years. We get all that. But from a practical standpoint, I want to be in something that's increasing rather than consolidating over time. Then I would suggest maybe not buying any more gold from around about here. Okay, unless you want to try and take advantage of that pump, buy some more here, sell it around about that $5,000 area in that February to April thing. You can play that game too. And then get into the undervalued thing. What is that undervalued thing? We'll take a look at that when that time comes. And that could be your other commodities. It could be energy stocks. It could be a bunch of different things. So join the journey. Go on the journey with me. Okay. But that's what's coming. Okay. For gold. Let's take a look at platinum. We'll take a look at platinum. Here's platinum on the weekly, 1,575. Nothing yet. Need to get out of that $1,640 level. That's its expected, where are we? Sorry. Right. Yeah, that's its expected resistance zone, 1,640. Climb through there, just like silver, climb through that area and that gold thing that I showed before. Then, yeah, I'll say new high, not all-time high, but a new high coming imminently for platinum. Looking good over the longer term, of course. But if we start breaking if you start breaking there at $1,500, then we're talking about a bearish divergence. That's where you've got higher high, lower high, higher high in the price, lower high in the relative strength index, and then you would probably come into this area here. But we're not there, so we'll talk about it if we get there. Cool, bullish on platinum on the long term. We are going to $5,000 platinum, I think, over time. Okay, if I show you on the logarithmic chart, looking very good for platinum, where it's only the beginning. Okay, and I have already gone and lost my mind. Old school reference. Yeah, $5,000, I think, minimum. over the longer term for platinum for sure. Excuse me, as I burp. That's how you know it's live. That's gold, silver, platinum. Oh man, it's just a burp fest. Copper. Copper is still in its accumulation range. Once it breaks around about $5.40, we'll talk about a sustained further long move higher for copper into all-time high territory. This copper might be the thing that's gaining steam against gold and silver at the moment. So really want to watch out for copper during that February to April period next year. Because if we have a look at the copper to gold ratio and the copper to silver ratio, copper to gold ratio on the monthly, it's still pretty depressed. That's copper to gold. So it's the lowest it's ever been. Now, do you remember when we had that conversation about platinum a while ago? And I said platinum is at the lowest point it's ever been versus gold ever. And then what did platinum do? We've seen a lovely little rise. So copper is at the lowest point it's ever been against gold, at least in this particular chart, which goes back a bunch of years. Okay, and we're getting close. Okay, we had a little move. We have a potential non-failure swing pattern playing out here. So where you come up to make a higher high, then you make a higher low, lower than that, and then if you smash through there, I'm going to say game on for copper. That's looking actually quite good. So that you could see copper start to outperform gold. And here is same thing. Well, I can't call that a pivot point. So that's not a non-failure swing. But if you do that and get back through there, then you're making successive higher highs and higher lows. So now you've changed to a bullish change of market structure, which is good. Again, this is versus silver. So that might not happen until, maybe it happens, back sort of, again, the sort of February to April kind of time frame, but you've got to watch out for that too. Cool, you don't want to sell out of all your silver, sell out of all your gold, but copper could be a nice little play. Okay, could be the next play. So that is all of that. I'll keep you updated. Let me check. We'll get to Bitcoin and crypto. We'll talk about TOSHI, etc. Let me just check what has opened really, really well. So the stock market has opened. The Australian stock market is open. Let's see what has done really well this morning as part of my portfolio. I'll just quickly go through it. This is everything that I'm in, okay? I'm in Javelin Minerals. Well, that's just a really low market cap, so don't worry about that. Okay, PGM, Platina Resources is up 18.5% on opening. We've got AUZ is up, let me pop it on, that's on logarithmic. That is doing well. AUZ Australian Mines Limited up 14.5%. RR1. So all the mining stuff, a lot of the mining stuff's up 10% for RR1, Reach Resources Limited. FLG doing still very well. Flagship Minerals Limited, that's up 9%. Oh, the cannabis stock, looks like we might have a triple bottom on Can Group. That could be good. Triple bottom might be really nice on Can Group. I need to see it break and hold through 2.3 cents in order to say bullish change of market structure. And then, here we go for cannabis. Oh, ARD. ARD is doing well. SBSW, of course, Sibanye Stillwater, the platinum miner, okay, doing well. That's up a few percent as well. So lots of things doing well. Also, got things like, this is Basin Energy. This is to do with uranium. We've got TOE doing very well. That's Toro Energy. I'm up from in around about here. See there? So I'm in on that break. So that's doing really well. I'm still in the trade. PLS Lithium is just smashing it at the moment. So Pilbara Minerals, the largest lithium-based mining stock on the Australian Stock Exchange, doing well. That's in my superannuation fund. Very long-term hold, and I think I'm up double so far in that little portion of my superannuation fund. So that's doing well, continuing to do well. I have no reason to sell. Polymetals, URA did well overnight. So this is uranium, had a little bit of a rise. And yeah, there's a bunch of others there. So those are the best movers. The worst performer has been IXR, which is Ionic Rare Earths. But at a small market cap, about 100 million market cap. So I'm still in it for the moment. I'll probably look at getting out if we start breaking down through about that 1.2 cent mark. Anyway, that's my little mini port. Comments, and then we'll do some Bitcoin and some crypto. Let's see, some comments, etc. This shouldn't hurt. Good morning, everyone. We did the giveaway. Slurp. Absolutely. The fishing's been unreal up there. I can imagine it has. Melbournians have been smashing the snapper. Really? You guys are all in the fishing side of things. Remember, I want Sino to give us a workshop about fishing in the Silver Investor Club. We do workshops over there. I'm going to be talking about my pew 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 pastime, my sporting pastime, and how to get into that if that's of interest to people. Just subscribed. Great show. Make sure you hit the like. No worries, Ian. And I promise you, even though you've just subscribed, make sure you enter into the silver giveaway. And if you're the winner, I will honor it, even though you're a new subscriber. That's a good point. Isn't $60 to $65 silver too low for $5,000 gold? You could be right. Yeah, absolutely. Could be right. Let's have a look. What would that be? Let's see. Where's my gold? Gold. Okay, let's have a look. Could that be true? So what's that? Let's say $5,000, yeah? What are we talking? $5,000 is... Okay, yeah, you could be right. That's a 20% move. Yeah. Although do take into account gold to silver ratio as well. But let's have a look at silver. So what would that... Yeah, well, it certainly would. I think that would make more sense, wouldn't it? But let's have a look. $50. So where are we roughly there? Nope. No. Nope. That's 20%. So no. Silver doesn't necessarily have to overshoot gold. So there's 20% right there. That's 21%, whatever that was. That sits at like $61. So that's actually well within it. If gold goes up, to 5,000, 20% roughly, silver just matches it. Yeah, $60 to $65. At $65, actually 32% at about $66, $67. That's it. So that's around about it, I'd say. The only reason why it would overshoot is because it's overshooting, and then you'd be seeing the gold to silver ratio drop. However, with the gold to silver ratio, you've had a recent bottoming, and it's just having a little bit of a potential bounce. Okay, so what we did was we broke through that support area there. We came to this uptrend line. So now it's acting as support currently. So you could actually see, gold could still be on a little bit of a rise against silver, or at least sort of consolidating. And you could see, around about 60 to 65 for silver makes the most sense for me when I eyeball it. And now, thank you for that extra information. That's actually about the same percentage rise as well. So yeah, that gives me more reason to think around that $60 to $65 US mark for silver before the longer wave for retracement that we spoke about. Appreciate that. Look, something could change though. You never know, and silver could just overshoot. Let's see. Right now, we are about 81.5 the gold to silver ratio, so 65. Yeah, so it's just about right at this point. Yes, exactly right. Good morning, says Art Wolfstacker. Good morning, my friend. That's why I asked, because of the outperformance of silver. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, it could outperform, but I think it could outperform within that 60 to 66, 67 kind of window. My hair's really high today. Oof. Might need a haircut. Let's see. Let's do some Bitcoin and crypto, shall we? Let's take a quick look at where we are with that side of things, because I do know many of my subscribers are into crypto as well. And I am into anything that makes me money over the longer term. I do not have a bias against any particular thing. And as you know, I've been in crypto since 2013. I'm not in a lot of crypto at the moment. I've got my core stack of Bitcoin that you have as an insurance policy. So let me state very quickly, if you don't own any Bitcoin, that's okay. You do you. If you have a moral thing against it, or you think it's a scam or whatever, you're not sure, Satoshi Nakamoto, NSA, or who the hell knows. But if you're like, should I or shouldn't I? You should. Everyone should own now 10% of their wealth in both Bitcoin and gold. Now, you can split that 10%, so 5% Bitcoin, 5% gold. If you want to go 5% Bitcoin, 5% silver, sure, for the longer term, but bare minimum, 10% of your portfolio should be split between Bitcoin and gold. Why? Bitcoin's going to $1 million eventually, okay? The cycle just goes up. That's my absolute opinion on that. I think that's true. Whether the number goes down from here, it'll eventually go back up again. We'll be talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. We'll be talking $1 million Bitcoin. In my opinion, could I be wrong and it's done and dusted forever? Sure. Could a black swan event come out and prove that the Satoshi Nakamoto was the NSA and it's all a big scam and the government? Sure, then it can tank. On balance of probability, though, having Bitcoin as a bit of an insurance policy in case it goes to $1 million of Bitcoin, again, it's 5% of your portfolio. You should be doing that, okay? Just hold a little bit, right? And there are times where you massively want to be in crypto versus other things. Let's take a look at, that was the big macro lesson. Here is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, US dollars, 106,000. Okay, this we got into... this is on the logarithmic. Let me get rid of that. We got into the belly of the best buy zone. Okay, the expected support range, the zag zone. Cool. So we're in it and we're nearly back out of it. That would be a good sign. So between here and here, from this low and this high, we came and visited basically bang on the 0.5 level, and that's at that bottom there at the $100,000 mark. Good so far. That's a great little spike to the downside. We love the long spikes to the downside because it says that buyers are in control of the market. The market went down and the buyers went, oh yeah, no, I'm slurping all that up. Synchronized slurp style. I'll take that. And it closed quite high. Okay, so we like those. Opposite direction, you don't want that. Those kind of big spikes in the opposite direction says sellers are in control of the market. Big spikes to the downside, buyers are in control of the market. We just now need to get out of this zone, back out of this zone at 106,500, 106,700 roughly, and get through this. See that? Back through there, please. So around about that $107,000 range. Back out of there, thanks. And then we absolutely, I'll show you on the daily time frame and we'll swap it over. So this could be the bottom, right? Could be the bottom. And again, we're not out of the woods, but dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin over a long period of time is a very good idea. And you can do so through Stormrake, stormrake.com, but I'll talk about those guys in a second. Let's get rid of all this. And you show now the area what we need to get through. And we've spoken about it before, but let me show you here. Yeah, I'll just have to draw it in again. Let's do that. From this high, now we have a new range. Now let's assume that this is the low. What are we talking about? What's the new area of resistance that we must get through in order to say onwards and upwards from here? It's the new expected resistance zone, and that's somewhere between... here at 109,300, and the kicker is right there. Geez, it matches up with, what do you know? It matches up with previous resistance after the fact. Okay, previous resistance there, spike to there. Gee, the 1.618 is at about 116,000 US dollars. That's your new kicker. It was $118,000 when this was the low. Now that this is the low, it's 116. Get through there, and I will get and hold through there, and I'll tell you brand new all-time high coming for Bitcoin imminently after that. So ignore the time frame, ignore the pattern, but you've got to get through here. Something like that is good, or something like that, and that is perfect. Then I'll say, okay, we're going to, higher point. Another higher point I would suggest is around about $143,000. You could say 143 to 150 based on this high and this low, but we're nowhere near there yet. Got to clear that 116. Could this be the time? Could be. On the opposite end, if we do start breaking below 100,000 US dollars, then you can look for a quick move, very quick move. Let's do the opposite end. We'd be talking about get rid of you, you and you. Then we'd be talking about that $94,000 area right here. Yeah, then we'd be talking about getting into the expected support range. Yeah. Oh, isn't that interesting? Where's the resistance? Where's it resisting right now? From this low and this high. That was the one I had in before. Duh. Yeah, at the bottom here at $94,000 and $94,500. You start closing through there. Ugh, not good. Okay. If you reject here and you start falling out and down through this expected support range, people aren't willing to buy Bitcoin at a 62% discount from the high. That's 62% off. Let me show you. I hope this works. No, it's 20%. Sorry, it's the 60% retracement from this low and this high. Okay, down through there. If you're not finding support there, that's bad news, bears. And then you could pretty much say that the cycle top is done. Some people believe the cycle top is done. Could be. Higher highs. Where was the high? Exactly on the day. Historically, where the high should come in. That was like 1,063 days or something like that. People have done the historical things of that. October the 6th, exactly. That was on bearish divergence. Okay. You can't see. I'll just hide you so I don't have to delete you. Right there. That's on bearish divergence as well. The top right there. Yeah, 94.5 is your real kicker. 116,000 is your kicker for the upside. So smash through 116, new all-time high. Head through 94,500. Bye-bye for crypto for a bit, but perfect opportunity to dollar cost average again. Bitcoin over the longer term, we're going higher in my opinion. Okay. And of course, when you're ready to buy crypto, head over to stormrake.com, full service cryptocurrency brokerage. Get 2% brokerage fees for life when you sign up with my thing. I'll put a link somewhere. Instead of paying 3% with Stormrake, they're a full service cryptocurrency brokerage. Buy, swap, sell for 3%. No, 2% with my thing. Awesome for crypto natives because you want access to deep liquidity. Awesome for crypto newbies because you've got a company that does it all for you and they only charge you 2% when you sign up with my thing. 2% is nothing over the longer term, okay? Don't worry about trying to do it yourself. As a crypto newbie, don't try and do it all yourself on exchanges and learning all that stuff. Just talk to a broker. You call them on the phone, old school broker style, right? Call them on the phone and tell them I want to buy X amount of Bitcoin and you sign up through me and you'll only pay a 2% fee. No hidden fees either. It's just a flat fee. Got it? Got it. Stormrake.com. Let's take a look at TOSHI and maybe a couple of the others. TOSHI for the TOSHI fam. Okay. Here is TOSHI on the daily time frame, price in USD 00054. We may have bottomed, but we're not out of the woods just yet. Okay. I need to see it head back above right there at 00064. 00064, and then I will say that it's looking better. Now, interestingly, some crypto has been doing really well. Wow, Uniswap is up 40% over the last 24 hours. So some things are having smashing. So, for example, if I do a little thing here, we've got things like Aero, that's Uni is up, yeah, that one there. DAG is up 21%, for example. I'll pop this on the logarithmic. DAG's up 21%. You've got ZBCN, we'll talk about that in a second. Trump coin. Trump looks like it may have... Trump's now making successive higher highs and higher lows. We're in a bullish change of market structure through a major support zone. I might need to take a look at that. That's Trump. So a lot of things are up, but if you go back to TOSHI, it's not really doing a lot at the moment. So its relative strength against others, against the other coins, not as good. I mean, we're only up 2.5%. It's kind of lagging, okay? I don't like that. I need to see it, you want to see it lead the pack, okay? If I take a look at some other meme coins, let me just check. So what would say something like Pepe, how's that doing? Yeah, so okay, meme coins aren't doing as well as say your utility coins at the moment. So things like Uniswap and all that kind of stuff tend to be doing a bit better at the moment. Your meme coins probably not so much. Interesting. Okay, but yeah, got to see it close above that 6.4 level, and then I'll start talking. Okay, yeah, potential through that downtrend line up through there, something like this. That, get through there, all of that little area, then I'll go, okay, great. Looking much more likely for, a pump to new all-time highs for Toshi. We're not there yet. Let me know in the comments. If you are still in Toshi, I do like the fact that we've hit the oversold range. So we're having an oversold bounce. Just needs to get through that 6.4. And then, then we'll talk more. Let's go back to ZBCN. Doing well. ZBEC. Okay, ZBEC is back through. So good. Okay, good. That's a lot of squiggles, Joe. That's a lot of squiggles. Good to see. So you're now through this zone here. You're getting back through here. So that's an expected resistance zone. You can see that because previous support. It now has to not act as resistance. Okay, so it needs to smash through there, and then we've got to get through. Where are we? I'm on there. Excuse me, that's the expected resistance range. There we go. And is that where I need it to be? Yes, it is. Great. Cool. So get back through that zone. Get back up through that 004647 area, then we'll say, okay, brand new all-time high coming for ZBCN. This would coincide with the entire altcoin market. Speaking of the entire altcoin market, minus the top 10. Here is others. Yeah, okay. Had a bit of a relief. That's good. It's at least got to clear through like your 270 billion to say onwards and upwards. So not out of the woods yet. Cool, looking all right, but yeah, nowhere near it just yet. You've got to clear bare minimum 270 billion on the market cap, and then we can talk about the 300 that 300 billion, 340 kind of billion area, and it won't be until a break of year about that sort of 330, 340 billion that you can say, oh, it's absolute altcoin season and everything will rip like nobody's business. Then we'll be talking about new all-time highs for the others market. You'll see altcoins just zoom. Okay, if you start breaking and holding through 340 billion, watch that just. Okay, the other thing you'd want to look at is Bitcoin dominance. You want Bitcoin dominance to go down, and we're not there yet. So all of this altcoin season thing will happen only if we start breaking through 57.15%. Right there, that's your giant line in the sand. Do that, and I will scream altcoin season from the rooftops. Right, I will do the biggest dance of joy you've ever seen in your entire life. If that doesn't double bottom, there again, you want this number to go down, because as this is going up, Bitcoin's dominating, right? You want alts to dominate. That, right, that's your big kicker. Stay updated with me, or put your own alert in the Bitcoin dominance thing, whatever. I'll keep you updated. The other thing you do want to take a look at, I won't do any other crypto, but you've got to keep looking at your ratios as well. Again, I think everyone should own Bitcoin as part of an insurance policy. But you also want to take a look at what the other things you're in, how they're running against, say, Bitcoin, for example. So, for example, here's the gold to Bitcoin ratio. So as this number goes up, gold's outperforming Bitcoin. As number goes down, Bitcoin's outperforming gold. We look like we might be at a bit of a bottoming area. Okay, so again, everyone should own a bit of Bitcoin and do so through stormrake.com. But if you're looking for the best bang for your buck, once we break through here, it would be better to be in gold than in Bitcoin, and we can do the same for silver, etc. But we're not there yet. This could reject here. Okay, we haven't broken through. It's not until you break through here, you start making a higher high, and this is, since April this year, we came up to it. We came up to it recently. Remember when I was talking about this? And I said, you're going to see a lot of people go, ha, ha, ha. I'm swapping all my Bitcoin for gold. It's like, you're going to swap your Bitcoin for gold. So I'm swapping all my gold for Bitcoin. I'm like, Really? You're going to swap all your gold for Bitcoin when we've just hit for the second time resistance? And I said, watch everyone start laughing because you probably will find some resistance and then people go, haha, you gold people were wrong. Yeah, what happens when this happens, okay? Watch that very, very carefully. That means it's actually better over the longer term to be in gold versus Bitcoin until you start breaking back down again, okay? Again, you should be owning Bitcoin as part of your insurance policy portfolio. Then if I take a look at silver versus Bitcoin, it's doing a similar thing. We're not there just yet. We've got to creep out of about there. That'll be the first time. That'll be amazing, okay? Silver. Better to be in precious metals over the longer term than Bitcoin. Again, own Bitcoin for an insurance policy. Yeah, it would be better, and the same for, you can do it for any other ratio you like. So if you want me to teach you how to do that, I'll probably do a little tutorial on the Silver Investor Club as part of one of the live streams or something like that. Stormrake, stormrake.com. Head over there and buy your Bitcoin for your insurance policy purposes. 5 to 10% of your portfolio should be in there, and do it the easy way with Stormrake. Stormrake.com. Final comments? Do we have any more comments? Great to see so many people watching. Pete Repeat, it's been ages since I've seen you, my friend. Hi, everyone. Just a quick hello to all. Really good to see you, my friend. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Of course, head over to the Silver Investor Club, all the giveaways, etc. And if you missed me talking about the giveaway on the YouTube channel on Thursday, I'll be giving away that. Then watch this back, and then you can see how to enter. Plus all the regular giveaways that I do on the Silver Investor Club, free to join. I'll put a link somewhere. Not free to join, free 7-day free trial to join, $1 a month. Yeah. Grab your tasty beverages, people, because we are going to do the final synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab mine, and 12 days away ISO. Don't have time to talk about that. We'll talk about that on the next show there, Gerald. Grab your tasty beverage. I got to get out of here, and so do you. You've got work to do. Go back to work, people. But first, grab your tasty beverage. Whatever you're slurping, slurp it with me, and we dance it out at the same time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, because you have watched.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronized slurp. Now we're on the move.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good slurping, people. Good session, too. Love your work. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking. I'll see you soon.